First and foremost, I just want to congratulate all the Hall of Famers for this 2020 year. The 2021 Basketball Hall of Fame will happen in June, I believe. But this is just for the 2020 year. It got pushed back because of the pandemic, but I just want to congratulate all the Hall of Famers: Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Eddie Sutton, Rudy Tomjanovich, Tamika Catchings, Kim Mulkey, and Barbara Stevens, and Patrick Bauman. Shout out to all of the Basketball Hall of Famers. It was inspiring. It was great hearing everyone's story, how they came from like low beginnings and they moved up through the rankings. Seeing the women's coaches, their trajectory. One of them said that they didn't even want to coach, and someone told them to coach, and they turned out to be one of the best coaches out there, coached for 20 plus years. Just a lot of these stories were great. They were amazing. It was an incredible night. I love seeing people get recognition. I like seeing people get their due, get their shine. I think it was a great thing to see. But if I'm being honest, the main reason I was watching was for my boy Kobe Bryant. He's my favorite player of all time. He's my favorite basketball player of all time. I grew up watching him. I grew up admiring him. I was devastated when he died. And I'm not gonna lie, I dropped a few tears when Vanessa Bryant went up there and gave the speech for Kobe Bryant, because unfortunately he's not here with us anymore. And that was very hard. That was very touching. My condolences are with the Bryant family, with all his daughters, his parents, Vanessa Bryant. It brought all those emotions back from last year when Kobe Bryant passed away. It brought all the emotions that I felt at the beginning of this year when it was the 1 year anniversary. And it was just very, very touching. But Vanessa Bryant said it best. There's no one like Kobe Bryant. He had an amazing career. No one worked harder than Kobe Bryant. No one loved basketball more than Kobe Bryant. And he loved the game. And I think that's the thing the thing that I took the most away from this was that Kobe Bryant loved his fans. When Vanessa Bryant was describing why Kobe Bryant always played through injuries, she described that Kobe Bryant remembered going to his favorite player's game and he had nosebleeds and how much he enjoyed that. And like Kobe Bryant and his dad would get nosebleeds, and just to watch his favorite player, which was Michael Jordan, who was standing right there next to Vanessa Bryant, and how much that meant to Kobe Bryant, how much he cherished just being in the nosebleeds, not even having good seats, but being there live in person, being able to see his favorite player. And he always remembered that once he was an NBA player, he always remembered how he felt when he was a little kid, being in those nosebleeds and experiencing NBA basketball live. So he said that as long as he could play, as long as it didn't hurt too much, he was going to persevere through it and give it all to his fans. And I think that's why Kobe touched so many people, because he left it out. He always left it out on the court. He never let the fans down. He was always there. He was a competitor, snapping a finger back, playing through injuries, coming back from the Achilles. You name it, Kobe did it. And I think it was a beautiful speech by Vanessa Bryant. If you guys haven't seen it, I'm sure it's circling all over Twitter. It's circling all over YouTube, I'm pretty sure. So if you missed it, if you didn't get a chance to watch it, I would suggest that you guys go watch it. It was very touching. Like I said, I dropped a few tears. It was incredible. And also, I like the Tim Duncan. I like how he thanked everybody. His story's crazy. How he came from the islands and he got recruited on like a pickup game, and then he went to Wake Forest, I believe. And then from that, Popovich picked him for the Spurs, and then everyone knows the rest is history. Everyone's story was very touching. Kevin Garnett's the big ticket. He was dope too. Like this is the greatest Hall of Fame class ever, in basketball, in football, in soccer, you name it. Any Hall of Fame, I believe this is the greatest Hall of Fame class ever. Just the sheer amount of stars. Just if you just put Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, and Kevin Garnett, that is already the greatest class ever. And then there's a lot of other deserving Hall of Famers that were in here too. But Tim Duncan and Kobe Bryant, they're two of the top 10 players in the NBA being inducted into the Hall of Fame at the same time. Kevin Garnett, probably a top 20 player in the NBA, in NBA history. So just incredible talent. It was an incredible ceremony. I really enjoyed it. I haven't really watched too many of these. I've watched a few, but this is the first time that I watched it the whole way through. And it was very touching. It was inspiring. It's really motivational, like where some people came from and where they got, the heights that they achieved. And like I said, it was just an homage to my boy Kobe Bryant. He's right here in the back. I have a little painting there too. He's my favorite player, and like I said, it was very touching. Vanessa Bryant showed toughness. Her voice didn't crack till like the very end, when she was thanking Kobe Bryant. But yeah, if you guys haven't seen it, make sure to take a look and give it a peep. I guarantee you that you won't be wasting your time. It's a great ceremony. It was one of the best Hall of Fame class ever. So make sure to go look at the ceremony.